Well, this is my bike. It's a 2001 XR650L. Decided to make this video, just talk about a few mods that I put on my bike. There's been a lot of people on the Thumper Talk forums where I associate a lot there that have been asking about carb mods and exhaust mods and whatnot. So I decided I just run through the major mods that I've done to my bike. So first and foremost, I mean the best mod that you can do on these bikes, in my opinion, is a carburetor mod. I mean, to get rid of that carb, that stock CV carb really does not do the job. Throttle response is not there like it should be, and this particular carb, which is an OEM carb, it's a 40 millimeter carb, and I've been told you originally thought it was a 41, but then after measuring, I guess it's a 40, and I've got an R&D pump 2 cover on it. It's an adjustable leak jet on it, as you can see right here. And the carb is tuned pretty good. I've jetted it with an NCVT needle, second clip from the top, and it's got a 42 pilot jet, and it's got a 158 main jet. Like I say, I've just got that leak jet cracked open, so because I like it, I don't like it completely shut. I've noticed that when if you're into a sandhill or something and you're coming onto the throttle a few times in quick succession, I find that your engine can bog a bit because there's too much gas coming shooting in. So I don't like completely shutting it off, but I don't like running the smallest leak jet, which is a 35. And I find that there's just a slight bog, not much. I mean, I find the 35 better than completely shutting it off, because at least in the hills there, when I'm climbing a hill somewhere, I can rely on the engine being where it's supposed to be. So anyways, and I've got that NOS adapter, you can see pretty good right there. People have been wondering how that fits on there. So you can see I've epoxied it on to the carburetor itself, so it's now permanently mounted to the carburetor. Don't ever plan on taking that carburetor off. It works like a dream. If you guys ever want to do a mod on your bike and you've got a few bucks, for about 300 bucks, you can get a used one off the eBay and get the jetting and whatnot and pop there in. I tell you, I mean, the throttle response is incredible. It's just there. I mean, it's the way it should be. Like, I mean, anyways, enough said on that mod. My next major mod, and you can't see this mod, it's in here, right inside there. I've got this 5th gear mod and the 2nd gear mod, which are the next best mods in this bike that I believe. What it does, it allows me to run a really large back sprocket and a small front sprocket combination. I've got a 1449 on it right now, and it's just wicked from 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. But the 5th gear is more like an overdrive gear. What it does, it compensates for me having made my sprockets, the rear one bigger and the front one smaller, so I get more torque in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I've still got highway capability out of the bike, where I can drive on the highway speeds and not have the engine just running itself off the frame. It does require you that you completely disassemble your engine. I'm talking the top end and then separating. You got the crank in your hands, you got the transmission in your hands and springs and everything. It's a complicated job. It's not something that you can do by yourself if you're not familiar with these engines. But if you're all right doing the mechanics on this, that is definitely a must-do mod. If you ever have to take apart your engine to change your crank or something, or get at the internals and any way there, you really should invest in getting a 5th gear for that. And the 2nd gear mod, what it does, it just brings your 2nd gear closer to your 1st one. So I find when I take off now, sometimes I'll just take off in 2nd now, because it's pretty good on the highway. But like, if you want power wheelies and whatnot, 1st, 2nd, 3rd now are just a dream. I mean, I find that there was too much gap between the 1st and 2nd. And another thing it does is that when you're downshifting, coming to a stop sign, let's say, you downshift into 3rd gear, into 2nd gear, and then when you go into 1st gear, there's too much of a gap there. So sometimes you get a snap there if you don't shift it down fast enough. Like, you can feel it clunk real hard in the transmission, and that greatly is reduced with the 2nd gear mod, which I like. So that's it with that mod. My next mod that I like as well is as you can see here, I'm missing a big piece right here, and as you can see there's where it is. It replaced it. That's a Shorai battery, and it's got almost double the cold cranking amps of the old battery. Plus, it's got no liquid in it, so it's non-spillable. It's light, It only weighs about a pound. And I've removed this big heavy frame here where the batteries were, where the battery was, and where the CDI and the starter solenoid. I've mounted that all underneath my seat here in a nice, neat little package, and it's been there for about a year now. I've taken it out. I checked to see if there's any wear. What I've done is I've kind of just shaved off the end of that the piece here around the bolt here so it wouldn't wear into the battery, and it's now just seating up against the plastic of the airbox underneath, so there's no rubbing going on there. The battery's been installed for a year now, and it just works perfect. I've got this rubber piece that I've sealed here around this connection. These here don't touch any, and there's no metal. This is far enough. The seat is all made of plastic, so there's no danger of shorting anything out there. I've rerun all my wires. As you can see, everything is good. There's no chafing. And what I've just done, that big long stream of wires that were going to the box here, I just rerouted them, brought them up into this area here, and connected it that way. And it's a good mod. If you it helps a lot there with the weight as well. You lose 10 pounds. The battery, like I say, has got lots of cranking amps in it, and it's got lots of duration as well. Like say, some people got sound systems or big lights or whatever on their bikes. Those are the type of batteries, I guess, that can take a beating for quite a while. Anyways, that's the Shorai battery mod. My next mod that I've done is a must-do mod. It's probably one you should probably do at the beginning as well, because now that I think of it, the gas tank that's on the original XRs don't get much mileage out of them. So what happens is that you're always at the freaking gas station, and if you're going any drive or in the woods, in the bush, you're always looking in your tank and wondering, well, this here tank solves it all. I've got a Clark's here, 4.7 gallon tank. It's an 18 liter metric. It's a very good size. It's not the biggest one. I think they make a bigger one. There's other companies as well that makes them. This one here is really nicely sized. I can go on a trip there about 275, 300 kilometers. I don't know how many miles is that. It's probably 160 miles or something like that out of a tank, which is pretty good. If I go any further than that, I'll just bring a pack sack with a couple 2-liter pop cans full of gas and throw them in if I need to go any further than that. But besides that, the tank's been on my bike for about 3 years, as you can see. It's been holding up pretty good. Even the stickers, I'm surprised. I put them on when I first got that. I washed the tank with acetone where I was going to put the sticker. And the stickers, this one here is actually toughened pretty good. You can tell there's bubbles in it a little bit. But this one here, it's starting to lift on the front there, and if I was to grab that right now and probably seal that up with an epoxy or something, or some glue there maybe, I'd probably be able to fix that, because the rest of the sticker's still holding on pretty good, and I'm pretty surprised, that it's actually staying. The glue underneath is dried now, so it's kind of a dry adhesive now. They're probably, the gas bubbles that are building up are probably finding their ways through to the holes now and not able to do any more lifting. But that's the gas tank mod. The next mod that I have done on my bike is a fork brace, as you can see. And that one there was I found a big difference when I used to weigh 275, 290 pounds, and the front shocks there are not very stable on on these big bikes. If you're going into the woods or whatever in the bush, and you're following tracks or whatnot where the tire wants to hunt into tire tracks, and you can tell there's some twisting going on in the front end. But as soon as you put that brace on, it is like night and day into those trails. You just have it's just better traction. I find you get more control over your steering. There's no bend in it. Like if you're on top of a rut where you're just teeter-tottering on each side of that rut, with this brace, you're staying right on top of it. Before, I would have fell off the top of it because it would have flexed and probably got off, and it would have been too late for me to get it back on track. But well, this is a good mod. I would highly recommend it. It's very easy to put on. It's $100, and well worth it. So that's the fork brace mod. And the next mod that I've done on my bike is my exhaust. I've changed the exhaust on this motor, not touched the internals of the engine at all, except for the 2nd and 5th gear mod. I've not had to do any work to this engine. It's been working great. It's a 2001, and doesn't burn any oil, and I mean, I'm not touching it if it's not going to do anything. I'd like to put a bigger piston in it, but I just can't justify the cost. Right now, it works well, and I'm just going to leave it alone. The exhaust is I've got a headers. It's a power bomb made by F&F, and I've got it joined with an FMF Q4 exhaust. I used to run a Power Core 4 on it, and I found it was too loud because I'm in a subdivision here, and when I leave, I don't like to disturb any of the people that are in the road here in the street, and in the woods too. Like, I mean, it was quite loud in the woods. The Q4 still sounds great. It's got a 96 decibel rating on it, so I mean, it's still fairly loud. I mean, it's louder than the stock exhaust, which was really sucky. I mean, the noise, the sound coming out of that was kind of whistled, and it didn't really have a, let's say, a manly sound. So, anyways, I've got that set up to the power bomb headers there, and it works great. I love it. I found that the power bomb headers gave me better low end torque. Meaning by that I find that it'll just revving at 2,000, 3,000 RPM in any gear, you give it a snap and you can feel that there's more grunt to it at those RPMs. It didn't really give me much more top end. And it's that's the only thing I've really found. But the low end is great. I mean that's where you're normally running it. You're running at low end most of the time, anyways. Who's running wide open throttle all the time? So I mean, I do recommend that if someone's got an extra few bucks here, I think I paid $234 for the headers, and I mean it really works well. So as you can see, there's people here that want my attention. They want me to play ball with them while I'm trying to do a movie. But anyways, that's a few mods on my bike. Just lastly, if you want to look at my dash here, I've replaced all the original speedometer and all the lights, and I've replaced it with this Vapor TrailTech dash. It's got the TrailTech computer in the back, and I've also got the added dash component to it, so I can get my lights back. So I like to have my signal lights and high beams and my neutral light at least, and I also got my turn signals in it. So and also what I've done this year, aluminum case is a custom made case that my brother made. He's a machinist, so he made me this case to fit it in, and it's only held on with Velcro. So if I get a hit from the side, here or something, if I take a wipe out, this dash is just going to break free from the Velcro, and it's quite tight. You can't move it. It's there held on with industrial Velcro, and if it gets a good hit, it's going to come apart, and I shouldn't break it. So it should last for years to come. So yeah, I guess that's about it. I mean, my bike, I don't look the cosmetics too much. I got like black tape on my bike a little bit here. Should change that. It was popping off the rubber here, and so I mean, I'm in the woods most of the time. I very rarely go on the roads. So, anyways, that's it for my bike. And if you have any questions, feel free to post them on the YouTube board here below here. And I'll post some links to my threads that I have on Thumper Talk. And if you have any questions or whatever you want to know, I'll be glad to respond to them. So till next time.